Hi guys, welcome back to Defi Daily. Today we have an emergency video about what's going on right now into the market. Because as you have seen, the whole market is crashing, Ethereum is losing some key support level, and also all the altcoins are bleeding. I will show you what's going on, what are a couple of important news that are coming out about stablecoins. Also, we will talk about Celsius and a previous example that we can use in order to better understand what happened to the past. I will show you an altcoin that is suffering so much, but we can use it as a good example comparing what happened in 2018 with what's happening right now. Just before to start, guys, remember that if you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe to the channel if you are new, leave a big thumbs up and drop a comment. That's just small effort for you, but really means a lot to us. And you're also helping other people to retrieve this content. And remember, everything we do into this channel is about educational content and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's good, but do always also your own research before doing anything. Okay, guys, so let's start immediately. As you can see, this is the chart of the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we have lost this level that was around 400 billion, and right now we are dumping without any other support. And even worse is the situation if we try to check the Ethereum chart. As you can see, we have also lost the previous all-time high. If we try just to check the weekly chart, as you can see, this was our previous all-time high. Right now we are even below it, and we are just dealing with the 200-week MA. So the situation is quite critical. And not to mention that there are a couple of things that you should know about this overall situation. First of all, check this out. Ethereum, if we lose a certain kind of support level, in this case, according to Parsec Finance, this level is around $1,150. It means that if the price goes below that level, a liquidation cascade will happen. And we are talking about something like $500 million that are at risk, that are used as a collateral right now. And this is something that is quite delicate because in the moment when a liquidation cascade is happening, is bringing the price even down. And if you're thinking that right now the price is bad, be aware that in case of a liquidation cascade, the price can go through a flash crash that can bring the price even lower. I don't know if you have seen, but for example, just today on Uniswap, the price, the certain point, has touched the level of just $900 for one ETH. And the reason why you are seeing this kind of disalignment between the price on checks and the price on DEXs, the reason is because the liquidity on decentralized exchanges is much lower. And when there is a lower liquidity, it means also the price will be much more volatile. And this is something that is pretty important to remember, because be aware, if you want to sell something right now, check always at which price you are selling, what is the slippage, so the difference between the price that you are seeing, the price that you will receive, and most of all, what is the difference between the price that you are seeing on that exchange that you want to complete the transaction and the price on the other exchanges. In order to do it, you can use, for example, DEX Screener or CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, or any other tool that will allow you to understand what is the situation on the different exchanges. Because remember, when the market is so volatile, each exchange could have its own price. And if you are exchanging, if you are completing the swap on an exchange with low liquidity, the risk of receiving less, even less than what is the price right now that is already bleeding, it is a possibility that you have to take in account. Unfortunately, this is not the only problem that we can face, that we have to face right now. First of all, the problem that many of us has been talking about in the last couple of weeks is related to the different liquid tokens that are the liquid version of a stakeable asset. We know that liquid staking protocols are precious for the whole ecosystem because they are giving us the opportunity to be liquid on the market. But there is a problem. In the moment when people are scared, people are fearful. In that moment, many people will try to leave their position. And what can happen in that moment is that your liquid version of the original stakeable asset, in this case, for example, stETH, that is the liquid version of ETH, in the moment when you are depositing on Lido Finance, your ETH, Lido Finance will take your ETH in order to stake them into Ethereum 2.0. And we can't withdraw all of the Ethereum from Ethereum 2.0 until the moment that the merge, so the conversion from a proof of work to a proof of stake system, will have not been completed. And in exchange, you would receive stETH. This is the liquid version. The problem is that in the moment when all the people want to leave their position, so they want to sell, there will be some kind of selling pressure into pool like this one on Curve. As you can see right now, if you try to sell your stETH, you will receive not 1 Ethereum, but you will receive just 0.94. So at this moment, Ethereum is like at discount. Remember, even if the price is at discount right now, it doesn't mean that it's convenient to buy it right now. Remember also that, yes, that's true that stETH is fully backed. So it means that for each stETH there is outside, there is also a real ETH that is blocked, that is locked inside Ethereum 2.0. So in the moment when Ethereum 2.0 will be released, in that moment, all the ETH that are locked will be released with a certain kind of vesting schedule. So it's absolutely true that stETH is fully collateralized. The problem is that at this moment, many people are saying, yes, I'm receiving a 5% discount on ETH at this price. The point is that a 5% discount on this price, if the price goes down by another 20%, it means, yes, I have bought a discount by 5%, but at the end of the story, I'm still losing 15%. So it is much better just to waiting for a bottom, and in that moment, buying at any discount or any price that could be on stETH. That's the reason why at this moment, having your wallet, any liquid staking asset that is coming from, it could be a Lido Finance or any other protocol that is doing stuff like that. If you want to know more about this topic, I will also leave the link about one of my previous videos that was talking exactly about this topic. That's quite interesting if you are not so familiar with the liquid staking protocols. My general advice into this market condition is try to stay calm. I know that it's difficult because feelings and emotion are just coming out, they are pushing us to do something, but try to stay strict to your strategy. And remember, I really hope that you had an exit strategy, an emergency strategy, because that's something that is really important to have in the moment when you are dealing with this market condition. Personally, I will wait for a relief bounce. Nothing goes down forever, so I expect a bounce that could be, I don't know how much, but sooner or later it will happen. We have something like, this is the 11th. So we had 11 weeks in a row on Ethereum that were red. That's something that we never had. Sooner or later, we will have a couple of weeks that will be green. The problem is that we don't know if with that relief bounce, we will go above the price that we are right now. Nothing is for granted. Yes, probably we will have a relief bounce, but at which price, what will be the next lower high? Because I suppose it will be a lower high, but again, that's just my thought. Nothing is for granted and nothing is for sure. So do well your math and try to understand what is your opinion about the market. Try to consequently. After that, we have also an emergency situation with stablecoins. We had, for example, Neutrino that has lost a peg again. It is just around 0.98 right now. And there is also the whole story about USDD that, as you can see from this screenshot right now, it has also lost a peg and it's around 0.98. Just to give you a complete overview, I have to add that also Justin Sun is saying that they are doing their part, deploying more capital. They have added 100 million USDC on Binance, another 700 million of USDC in order to back the USDD crypto, the USDD stablecoin. Personally, as I was saying also on my Twitter, as you have seen here, every time I'm reading deploy billions, deploy more capital, it's quite scary. We had a previous experience with Do Kwon saying deploy more capital, steady lads. That was quite not the best memory, at least from my part, from my side. So be aware that yes, they are doing something, but nothing is 100% secure. It is much better to diversify your exposure and be aware that risk is still here. Even if something is back, try to diversify, try to protect yourself. And the same applies in the moment when we are using these different centralized platforms. Because maybe sometimes we are thinking that just because it is centralized, it could be quite more secure because it's backed by companies, VCs, and whatever. The reality is that it is risky exactly as many other protocols. In this case, we are talking about Celsius that has just stopped the ability to withdraw funds from the protocol. There are voices that are saying that Nexo, that is another centralized exchange, is proposing to Celsius an acquisition. And the reason is because at this point looks like Celsius is insolvent. We don't know which is the real insolvency. It is just because they are having assets that are not liquid. So they have many illiquid assets that they can't liquidate right now. So they are not able to repay all the people in case of a bank run. And that's the reason why they are blocking all the withdrawals. Or on the other side, the insolvency, it is much worse. In this case, they don't really have any kind of asset to allow people to withdraw their funds. So in that case, it will be much worse. We don't know which scenario is the real one. We just know that they have been blocking the different withdrawals, and it looks like that Nexo is interested to acquire Celsius. I will keep you posted about what will happen also about this story. If you want to know more about this story, you can follow their Twitter account, or you can also follow mine, that is this one, where I'm publishing different updates about the different stories. Just a final thought, because I think that is something that is quite important. I don't know how many of you are remembering EOS. EOS was one of the most hyped project in 2018. This is the chart of EOS starting from mid of the 18, so 2018. And the reason why I'm showing you it is because many people are thinking, let's buy the dip because the price will go back and we will do a new all-time high. This chart is a demonstration that sometime, even if the project we are talking about was looking great, had strong fundamentals, was hyped, and so on, even in that case, it can fail and the price can go even lower. In this case, we didn't have any new all-time high with EOS, and at the same time, as you can see right now, we are at a new minimum. That's the new historical minimum. It is like more than half below the previous minimum price. As you can see, the previous one was around 1.5, 1.4, and right now we are 0.9. So that's a big difference. So be aware that we can always have lower prices even if it looks like that we are already bottoming. So pay attention, don't rush anything, and wait for a better market condition, and obviously stay strict to your strategy. That is the most important thing. Guys, I will keep you posted about what's going on into the market. Let me know what do you think. Let me know how are you facing this market condition. And if you appreciate this content, if you enjoyed it, remember to subscribe to the channel, to leave a big thumbs up and drop a comment. Guys, thank you for following, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.